we're back. Just to go in a different direction, because I know sometimes we can seem a little bit overly negative when it comes to Marvel and DC. But that's not to say, again, we're fans, and there's a lot of... They're doing some good things, too, within the mainstream. The two that I wanted to... Because I just read them within the past week or so. First had to be Jeff Johns on Action Comics. Just started the Brainiac story arc. Gary Frank and Jeff Johns, following up on the Superman and the Legion of Superheroes story arc, are now bringing in Brainiac. And I have to say, that had to be one of the best Superman comic books I've read in a long time. It was really, really well done.
No, I've loved that series. I've said it before on here that I like the Jeff Johns, Gary Frank team. I don't know if that one particular issue, the new one, I don't know if it... I liked the other series, the Legion stuff, a little bit better.
No.
But, I mean, it's the first issue of the story arc, so we'll see where it goes. I mean, it was just as good, but I enjoyed the other ones a little bit better as far as content goes. But, no, that's a really fucking solid book. And then with this week with James Robinson's Superman, which is going to be the companion book to Action, that comes out this week. I'm looking forward to that, too. So.
Well, what I really liked about the Action book, though, is first, Gary Frank's art is perfect. He makes... Yeah. He can make Kal-El look like a total schmendrick when he's Clark Kent. I mean, totally channeling Chris Reeve. And then, of course, when he turns into Superman, he turns into this, Captain Badass.
Right.
He makes Lois Lane look sexy, which these days, I'm afraid, is hard to do. He does that, walks that perfect line there. And then Jeff Johns' characterization of both Clark Kent and Superman are spot on. The bit with Cat Grant, with Cat showing off her implants, and trying to get Clark, do what men do naturally when they have those things that pretty much put in their faces, and he won't take the bait.
Yeah.
That was a classic bit, and I actually laughed out loud reading that, because it's one of those great scenes that it works perfectly. It would have worked great as in a movie if they had done that in a movie, but having it in a comic book was really great. And then with Marvel, the new Iron Man title was
Invincible Iron Man.
Invincible Iron Man with Matt Fraction
and Salvador La
Roca.
Yeah.
Awesome stuff. I think Matt Fraction, I think he was born the right Iron Man.
Yeah, I mean, everything that Matt Fraction has done since he's come to Marvel, I've read, I think, everything that he's done, and I have not been let down at all by anything that he's done. I mean, everything that he's done is, fucking solid. And I was really impressed with that, because I don't read the other Iron Man book, the regular monthly. I kind of got bored with it, except after Warren Ellis. I read the Warren Ellis stuff when he did, and then after he left, it kind of got boring again. But, I checked it out, the new one, just because Matt Fraction was writing it, and that thing blows away anything that they've done in the other book for maybe years since Warren Ellis.
Well, I used to call Matt Fraction Warren Ellis light, but Matt Fraction's really developed his own style, his own identity, his writing. It's very smart, very worldly. That whole bit that he did in the beginning of Invincible Iron Man 1, where you had all those the Kenyans with their cell phones.
Yeah,
I've been to Kenya, and that's exactly what it's like. And I was going, wow. Is either Matt Fraction has been there, or he's very aware of what cultures and other societies and other countries are like. So I was really impressed with that. So just to say that, for all the mistakes, all the balls that they've been dropping at Marvel and DC, they've also been hitting a couple home runs too.
Yeah, definitely.
We just wish that there were more home runs.
But those gems are in the minority of the minority. It seems like, because it just seems like, I mean, you kind of really have to. I mean, of all the books that I read, I can safely say that maybe I enjoy maybe 5 out of the 5 books a month that I buy are ones that I'm really looking forward to. Right. And the other ones I read just because they're all right. I should really trim down what I buy. But I mean, Action Comics, solid book every month. That was only been 2 issues, but Invincible Iron Man, Matt Fraction was doing. Matt Fraction was doing Punisher War Journal. And I stopped buying that. It's just hard shake and started drawing it. But everything up until then, I think Matt Fraction, he did there was a Spider-Man story arc that he did in there with the Rhino, and I thought that one issue that Spider-Man was in that Punisher War Journal was the best Spider-Man story that I've read in years. And you know, it was Matt Fraction writing Spider-Man in a Punisher. I mean, it was just awesome.
So, you know, I mean, not that we're trying to say that Matt Fraction should write every Marvel book, but
he should write more.
He should write more, but also,
but here's, I don't want him turning into fucking Bendis.
Brian Michael Bendis, right? Who, well,
because I mean, when you read Matt Fraction's books, I mean, there's a lot of story in there.
Right.
I mean, you get a lot. You get a lot of. There's a lot of substance.
Right.
To the comic, but when you read a Bendis book, it's like everything's so diluted because you're writing so many books that it's just, yeah. But as long as Matt Fraction stays on, like, I mean, he's coming on to, what, Uncanny X-Men?
He'll be writing Uncanny X-Men with Ed Brubaker.
So, I mean, he's co-writing it. So
yeah, but now you have Greg Land doing the art chores.
I won't buy those. I'll buy the Terry Dodson ones because him and Terry Dodson are switching
they're
art.
switching off? Oh,
yeah,
okay.
because they're both kind of slow.
Yeah.
But, no, Greg, I mean, I don't care if, I mean, I can put up with the Salvador LaRocca art in Iron Man. I mean, I'm not a big fan of his at all. And I'll put up with it.
I'm enjoying it.
But Greg Land, I just have to draw the line. I mean, I don't care how much I love a writer. If someone just awful, well, we just talked about this last time, how that Tony Daniel Batman with Grant Morrison, right. I'm almost going to drop it because I can't stand the art, but I'm enjoying the story too much.
Yeah.
But I don't know. Greg Land, I just can't pay $3 for. Tony Daniel, it's really bad that I'm paying $3 for that, but I have to draw the line somewhere.
Hey, you know, that's a good step. That's a step. Stop being an enabler, man.
Yeah.
Stop being an enabler. All right, folks. So on that note, we're going to end this segment, and we hope to see you in the next.